That doesn't change the fact that we don't have any popcorn, Eddy stated, trying to get his mind off Double D writhing beneath him on the kitchen table so his little problem might go away. Ed got up and started rambling around cabinets again. Eddy watched from the table as his crush wiggled around the room, his little butt moving in time with his searching. Eddy imagined that it would feel like in his hands. His hands would fit perfectly, of course, and the corners of his blue jeans would rub against the other boy in such a way he would lean into Eddy's hands, and then the heavy touching would turn into heavy breathing and ending in a hot and heavy love game. This daydreaming made sure Eddy's problem didn't go soon. It's true, you really don't have any sort of snack foods? Double D snapped Eddy out of his sexual fantasy. How long has it been since your parents went on vacation? Eddy's parents did that more and more often now. They would leave for extended periods of time and leave absolutely no money, whoever's, for Eddy to buy food with. All he had left by now was a lot of frozen hamburger and canned vegetables. How long have they been gone? Eddy restated the question. About 2 months now. They send postcards and stuff. What about your parents? Where'd they get off to? Eddy watched as Ed's face moved down until his eyes were on the floor. He shrugged at Eddy and just stood there in his kitchen in front of the stove for a while. Eventually, he backed up to the counter and used his hands to support him up. Double D looked broken, which was Eddy's fault, of course, by bringing up the taboo subject of his parents. Eddy got up and walked over to Double D, leaning against the piece of counter next to him. He saw Ed's face go bright red again, and his hair fall in front of his face like a protective curtain. Without thinking, Eddy tucked a strand of hair behind Ed's ear so he could fully see his face, no matter how much he tried to hide it. Ed's face was beautiful. It still showed a boyish round that Eddy had long grown out of, with big eyes that Eddy could read like a book. His face showed no signs of facial hair. It was smooth as the rest of his blemish-free skin. Eddy felt his own face with the stubble and virtuous pimples, not nearly as perfect. Ed finally mustered up the courage to his face Eddy. He was right there next to him, so close that Ed felt his body heat for anything else. He knew he was looking at him, and when he looked up, their eyes met again, but not for long, as Ed's shyness took over. He looked down at his socks and tried not to respond at Eddy's gaze, blending into the side of his face. About a minute passed, and Ed felt a large, warm hand on his back. It was, of course, Eddy's, but it startled him nonetheless. Eddy was comforting him as if he said anything wrong, but the gusto was sweet and it brought more blood and heat to Double D's face. Now he definitely couldn't look at him. "Sorry, Double D," was all Ed heard before Eddy's free hand was under his chin. He felt the boy pull his face up from the sheet of his embarrassment to meet his face. Eddy was studying him. He felt the other boy's eyes dart around his face, like he was taking in everything he could. Ed was speechless. His mouth opened a bit in surprise. Eddy took his opening and leaned into the other boy, leaning their lips touched ever so softly. Ed shredded with the physical contact. Eddy smiled into their kiss. Pleased Double D was feeling something and not pushing him away. Eddy leaned back and took Double D's face with both hands, bringing him closer. Their chests touched through their shirts so they could feel each other's heartbeats, both hearts beating as repeatedly as the other. Ed was breathing heavy now, his face hot and flustered.
Boom, baya.